Hello and welcome to my channel, Daniel's Travels, and join me today as we explore the sights and sounds of Serbia's vibrant capital, Belgrade. We begin our tour behind the Skadarska Pijaca, piazza meaning market in Serbian. In my last vlog I took you through my English hometown, Hythe in Kent. They say home is where the heart is, and I agree. I've been fortunate enough to call a few places home in my life, and one of them is here in Belgrade, where I lived and worked for a couple of years. I speak the language, I love the culture, and honestly, a part of me still feels rooted here. But let's not get too sentimental, because it's time to see Belgrade. So, here we are making our way up Skadarlija, Belgrade's bohemian quarter, often likened to Montmartre in Paris. It's a cobbled street full of history, once home to poets, writers and musicians. I remember many early mornings trudging up here, typically after a late night, on my way to catch the 95 bus to New Belgrade, where I taught English. Skadarlija is really popular with tourists, with plenty of bars and restaurants offering a taste of Serbian tradition. It's too early now, but I suspect we'll wander back for a nightcap. On a linguistic note, Serbian uses both Latin and Cyrillic alphabets. One of the things I love about the language is its phonetic spelling. Piši kao što govoriš, čitaj kao što je napisano. Write as you speak, read as it's written, as the great language reformer Vuk Karadžić famously said. Heading towards Trg Republike, Republic Square, I'm unsurprised to see the roads under construction again. It feels like this happens every time I'm here. Am I right? Please comment, any locals watching. Here's the statue of Prince Mihailo on horseback, a national hero who played a key role in Serbia's independence from Ottoman rule. Behind it stands the National Museum of Serbia, a treasure trove of arts and artefacts. We're now walking along Knez Mihailova, Serbia's most famous promenade. Locals and tourists alike come together to stroll, shop and soak up the atmosphere. Politics is hard to avoid in Belgrade, from Serbia's close ties with Russia to contentious domestic issues. It's all very present. By the way, I love to include my own music in my videos. If you enjoy the piano pieces I'm playing underneath, please let me know in the comments. I'm not stopping here today, but this restaurant, Proleće, meaning spring, was always a good spot for local dishes. For example, sarma, sour cabbage leaves stuffed with meat and rice. I've paused for a coffee at Antikvarnica, a quirky little cafe with lots of character. The coffee here, called domaća kafa, is traditional Serbian style, thick and really strong. If you need waking up, I highly recommend it. Just around the corner from Knez Mihailova is Obiliće Venac, where the Irish pub I used to frequent is still going strong. Still a bit early for a pint, I suppose, so I'll move on for now. Looking across from St. Michael's Cathedral, or Saborna Crkva in Serbian, we face the building of the Serbian Patriarchate. Serbia is predominantly Orthodox, but other faiths are practiced here too, including Catholicism and Islam. In nearly 20 years of visiting Belgrade, I've seen big changes. For instance, many buildings in Savamala, in the old town, once the heart of Belgrade's bohemian life, have been demolished. But despite the changes, the city still has that same soul, imperfect, gritty, but full of charm. The old Belgrade trams, which still trundle around the city, haven't changed much either. That high-pitched screech even makes me a bit nostalgic, believe it or not. I'm taking a brief detour now towards New Belgrade to show you one of my favourite views from Brankov Most, looking back over the Sava to the historic city centre. Walking past this huge piece of graffiti, we're reminded again of Serbia's political reality. It references the country's rejection of Kosovo's independence, a subject which is still very raw, contentious and unresolved. We're now spiralling up to Kalemegdan Fortress, a vast historic complex overlooking the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers. It was once a military stronghold, but today it's a peaceful park with sweeping views, winding paths, hidden tunnels and lots of archways. This statue? Someone once told me it's amusing viewed from a certain angle. I've never quite seen it. After all that walking, I've worked up quite the appetite. So I'm trying a Michelin-starred restaurant called New Balkan Cuisine, which apparently offers a modern twist on traditional Serbian dishes. No sarma on the menu today, sadly, but I've opted for the beef tenderloin in suet. The appetizer and homemade bread were excellent, and the main was beautifully seasoned and cooked to perfection. I especially loved the delicate creamy kaimak on the potatoes, which, according to Momo Kapel's A Guide to the Serbian Mentality, is as uniquely Serbian as it comes. With a full belly, we're back on the sultry streets of central Belgrade, heading towards Terazije and the iconic Hotel Moskva. Built in 1906 in the Art Nouveau style, Hotel Moskva has been host to countless famous figures, from Albert Einstein to Alfred Hitchcock. But we're not here just to film hotel shots for the vlog. We're headed to a hidden spot you probably wouldn't find unless you knew exactly where you were going. Just beyond these dilapidated steps leading to the sort of place you could quite easily imagine getting mugged, you'll find an old haunt of mine, Samo Pivo, meaning only beer. As the name suggests, you can only order beer here, and they have dozens available on tap and by the bottle. I'm thrilled to find Jaipur by Thornbridge Brewery on tap, as it's an excellent English beer. I would usually go local, but some things are just irresistible wherever I am in the world. Their beer garden buzzes in the summer, but right now it's quiet and I've got the place to myself. Cheers. Next stop, the old train station. When I first arrived in Belgrade, this was my gateway. It was chaotic, a bit grimy, quite seedy looking, but full of life. I liked it. Now it's quiet, green and oddly manicured. I'm not sure I like it so much now. And I'm not sure what this statue's about either. If anyone knows, do drop a comment. This whole area, including Savamala, is being redeveloped. I just hope Belgrade doesn't lose too much of its soul in the process of development. And here's Generalštab, the former Yugoslav Ministry of Defence, which was bombed by NATO in 1999. Still standing, partially destroyed, it's been left deliberately untouched, a solemn and powerful reminder of a painful chapter in Serbia's recent history. So I meander down Francuska ulica, returning to Skadarlija, where we began. I cap my walking tour with a glass of rakija, Serbia's famous fruit brandy, often made from plums, šljivovica, a fiery end to a full day. With Serbian music still echoing in my ears, and a couple more local drinks under my belt, I bring this tour to a close. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the journey, please like, comment and subscribe. Until the next time, vidimo se.